Tekken 8 has been out for almost a month now. It's pretty great. They've sold quite a bit. And right now is their first patch-ish. It regards in like fixing a whole bunch of stuff and then adding stuff to the avatars. A lot's happening for this one, but at the same time, not that much. They're adding in the store. They're doing all that. But I haven't been doing, or haven't done the combo trial video since it released. I was going to, kind of, and then I decided not to, and now I'm back onto the train of I'm going to. So I'm going to do all the characters that I wasn't able to last time. And I may go back to Brian and Harong, and I think it was Law that I had problems with, because I think I can do them now. I have a better understanding of how some of these combos are supposed to be done with some of the characters, because I've been practicing characters that I am not comfortable with, and I think I got an understanding. So I've already done some of the trials for some of the characters, but we're gonna redo them because I didn't do a video on them, and I figure it's kind of rude if I don't. Except for these two. I'm probably never gonna do one for these two because I think it's freaking hilarious. It's not really that funny, but to me, it's funny. And that's all that matters. So we're going to start with Shaheen. Shaheen is someone that I have grown to actually enjoy quite a bit. Like, his trailer was very...
Get ready for the
he
next
seemed
battle.
very... And even in 7, I found him kind of And oh my god, I gotta get that thing off his freaking leg. I customized this character and I accidentally chose that item, but I forgot to take it off. And I'm gonna take it off at some point. Just not right now. It's whenever I feel desperate enough to actually do it. As you can see, I've done all those trials. I really like this character. Like, at first, I thought he was going to be, like, one of those extremely complicated characters. He's honestly... a little bit. Yeah, just a tad bit. Oh, not, like, a ridiculous amount. It's more of, he's just kind of pokey. Like, look at that kick. That's such a good kick. Cool. You never see it coming. You got a good low, and then you got this stance. Like, he's such an interesting character. But my favorite things are pretty much, this, which you can go into this, or if you really want to, you can go into this. And then, of course, you've got, this, which turns chip damage into full damage. And if you're not prepared for it, it really freaks you out because you're like, oh, I can just heal that. And then he does this. And then you're like, oh, that was a lot of damage. Oh, I can't heal that. It's just one of those things. These challenges don't have that attack in here. I mean, like, they do, but it doesn't work the same. I like him because he's a kind of... He makes it harder for certain players who are getting used to the game. And it helps them in a way by teaching them switching sides and getting used to the fact that you're not on the side you prefer. Because he really likes switching sides. Oops. I keep forgetting that one's not the same. And so by forcing them to switch sides, they either mess up and learn, or they adapt and learn. This is one that I need to really practice, and the reason is because the back step for me is double tapping my thumb, but it just feels so unnatural. I waited too long. I waited too long. Whoops. There we go. And just to prove it. Oops. that way. God darn it. Okay, I hate that it's doing forward instead of the actual input that I'm putting. Yep. There we go. Just to prove that I can do it on both sides. Yes, it took me a little bit longer on the... I can do it on both sides, okay. Oh, I messed up. What? Nice. Oh, I got a dash after that. That one, you have to press the X basically as soon as you do the thing, and you're gonna get it. Because if he's in the air, if he's in the air, it's gonna work. That also works somehow. I doubt it actually does. They can probably like just dodge it or whatever, not get up. But if they're in the air from that attack, then you're gonna get it. You want to press it right as soon as you go into it. So basically like that. Okay. There we go. Very simple one. All right, so this one, I'm gonna explain this one on how I understood this one. I've said this one way too many times, sorry. So with this specific challenge, it took me a little bit to understand the reading of it, and then I found a way that made me understand it a bit, and I'm just gonna walk through the steps of how it is, because it's a little bit complicated. At the same time, it makes sense if you're me. So yes, this is the rising punch. Of course, you got the rising punch. It does the crumble to the ground. You can freaking hit him whenever you decide. He takes a while. Watch, I'm just gonna... Okay, I waited too. Okay, maybe you gotta do it at the beginning. I thought it was a lot earlier. His kick is pretty high though. Like, this is just his regular 3. What's it doing up there? The enemies can be ducking right here. Come on, why is it all the way up there? Anyways, so we got the 2, the rising 2, then the falling 1. He's falling down, and then you're holding down forward, right? Then you go into the 2. So my pattern right now that it's shown me is 2, 1, 2. So 2, 1, 2. Yes, I'm holding down the down forward, but that's only in the middle. So holding up 2, 1, down forward 2. And then the other pattern is 3, 1, or 3, 1, and then it becomes 1, 2. So the pattern is 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2. And then it ends with a 3. And so it took me a little bit, but if you look at the combo, there's a huge pattern on it. Not just the buttons, but the direction. Notice how they're all going down forward. So I was focusing too much on pressing down forward every time. There's an interesting little tweak you can do, and that's not let go of down forward until the final 2. So we got, I'm just gonna hold down forward. I wish, here, give me a sec. Okay, so if you see the directions over there, okay, so I'm just gonna hold down forward the entire time. I'll show you. So if I hold down and then go for the rising, kick, down, oh, whoops. Here, kick, down, You'll notice that it keeps inputting the down, and if I kick, it's just gonna keep doing it, right? So, the only thing I have to worry about is timing. See? It's super freaking easy, and I was complicating it the entire time because I'd be getting that down input because I'm trying to do the down forward, which I can't do consistently for whatever reason, even though I got an 8 gate. Oops, I let go. I pressed that way too fast. Done. And it made it so much easier just knowing that little pattern. For the directions, they're all the same, except for the final two. And that one's the simplest one because he gets knocked so far away, none of your down moves will work. Watch. Nothing. I mean, you could do that, I guess, but I'm pretty sure that won't work on them. So you have to dash, and it gives you right enough time after they get launched. Oh, whoops. Because if you do... Oh. See? It gives you quite a bit of time. You have enough time to get up there, but you got to be fast too. Just because you have enough time doesn't mean you can't do the volley. As soon as you see them doing it, you go after them. Just something I noticed when I was doing these combos, and it made me understand a lot of these guys a lot more. Oops. That was the input getting off. I took too long to hold the board. Done. He was an extremely simple combo and challenge, and I would have probably finished him in less than 10 minutes if I wasn't focusing on showing that little thing off. But Shaheen is such a cool character. I like him. He's really fun. He's got some interesting mechanics to him. And I would definitely recommend it for those who are looking to mix up the opponent by switching sides. Because this can really hurt somebody. And if you can get used to your inputs on all the sides, and you just keep switching it up on them, you could end up just winning the match just because you're maxing them up. Even like your 1-2 grab, up forward 1-2 grab switches. Not all of them switch, like not everybody's character does a switch when it does up forward, but his fortunately does. And you want to definitely mix it up between if you're gonna play more grabby, which I recommend. There's a lot of interesting ways. What was it? See? Now, that's not a guarantee, but most people tend to block after that, assuming you're going to do something. And then if you end up going into that, you can hold back. Because as soon as you go... Oh, whoops. They see that, and they're like, oh, I should continue blocking. But if you go... and then block... Oops. Might be doing something wrong. You gotta be quick though. And you want to try to mix up the grabs for sure. But those are the options. You also got this back triangle, which is amazing. Anyways, if you enjoyed it and you think Shaheen is such a cool guy despite the lack of fame, leave a like on the video, I guess, and leave a comment on what you think. I don't know. Because I'm going to basically do everybody but Jin and Kazuya, so there's no point in like recommending, oh, who should I do next? I'm going to do everybody. I wouldn't recommend anybody. I'm doing everyone except for those two. Anyways, thanks for watching. Have a good day, night, evening. Either one's fine.